Hello everyone, I'm Alanah and welcome to my channel where today I wanted to talk about the 2020 Game Awards nominees. This video is sponsored by ExpressVPN, where we'll hear a little bit from them soon. But I also did want to mention that I've been on the voting jury for the Game Awards for the last, I think, 5 years total. I'm not this year, thankfully. That would be a real ethical problem. But I can speak to how that stuff works a little bit. But of course, it is all on the website. People always talk about like, well, but did Jeff select these games? I don't understand. No, it is all done by all these independent websites, and I believe there are some creators as well who are on the boards. But basically, all these people get to nominate the games they think should exist, and they also do the voting, and then the public vote, I believe, if I'm correct, obviously you'd be better off checking the website than going to me about any of this because I'm not on the board this year. I believe the public, when you guys vote, is 10% of the total weight. So yeah, let's go. Okay, so naturally I have seen the Game of the Year category on the internet. I look so tired today. Honestly, I keep seeing my own face. I've done 2 streams today. I just look. Anyway, not the point. I'm here to talk about video games. So contenders for Game of the Year are Doom Eternal. An interesting one. A great game. A game I very much enjoyed and really thought was going to be my Game of the Year when I first played it and had even first seen gameplay of it. I was obsessed, but I really didn't like the platforming. I'm a person who is bad at platforming at the best of times, but I do usually enjoy it, whereas in Doom Eternal, I just wasn't into it. I think I ended up liking Doom 2016 more, while also really respecting what it did to try to make it so that it wasn't as repetitive, because Doom 2016 is very much a game where you walk through a hallway, you have a large battle in a large room, you walk through a hallway, you have a large battle in a large room, kind of rinse and repeat. Doom Eternal mixed that formula up. My favorite Doom is still the first one though, so... Anyway, we're not going to talk about all of these in that much depth, but that one is an interesting one. Final Fantasy VII Remake is very good. Ghost of Tsushima, fantastic game. Definitely in my top 5 of the year. Full disclosure, I do work for SIE, who are listed here. You know, but still, my genuine opinions. Good luck paying for my opinions. Anyone who's ever tried to do that is going to have a hard time. Hades, ladies and gentlemen. Hades. I think Hades is Game of the Year. I really do. Supergiant are incredible. Hades is the perfection of every formula they have introduced with their already incredible game. I think it's Hades. Here's my thing about Animal Crossing. Animal Crossing, also very good. Spent more time in Animal Crossing than almost any other game this year. Had a great time. You'll love to see it. Awesome for us socially. But also a terrible video game for bad people. I do have a video on this channel that's like vaguely along those lines. But like the online is terrible. There are so many like just mechanics that make things way harder than they should be. Animal Crossing would not get my vote for Game of the Year despite the significant impact. It would probably still be in my top 5, but it wouldn't win. The Last of Us Part 2, I've spoken about at length. I think The Last of Us Part 2 is likely to win. I do think it's likely to win. A very varied list is the main thing. These games are all very different. I think the ones that I would have included personally, I would have included Half-Life Alyx and especially Ori and the Will of the Wisps. Every time I've spoken about Ori, I have said I knew it would have trouble with award shows because it was so buggy on launch. Buggy's not even the right word, it just had performance problems. It had really bad frame rate drops. Sometimes I would get a black screen, the game would hard crash. They fixed them all though. That game is fantastic. My games of the year are Ori and the Will of the Wisps, Ghost of Tsushima, Hades, and then maybe we have Animal Crossing on the list. I'm sure there's other stuff that's come out this year that I've already forgotten about though, because this year is too big. Hello everyone. It's time to talk about ExpressVPN. This is a service I actually legitimately do use and have been using for quite some time. I'm a big fan. Sending data over an unencrypted internet connection is like sending a postcard. Anyone could read it. Basically, whenever you're using an unencrypted internet connection on any of your devices, everyone can kind of see what you're doing, even without your authorization. Even if you're using an incognito mode, your internet provider can see all the sites you're visiting and even sell that data to advertisers. ExpressVPN can basically give you more security and also protect you from hackers and people who are trying to steal your private information. I personally have used ExpressVPN to watch Premier League football, but there is now a service available called Peacock, which if you aren't in the US, you could use ExpressVPN to get access to, $5 a month, and you can watch the Premier League. It's great. It is extremely easy to use. It is really fast, and I guess that's why they are the top-rated VPN provider. So, find out how you can get 3 months free by clicking the link in the description box below. Go to expressvpn.com/Alanah. Best game direction, we say. That's where I think the Final Fantasy VII Remake is very good. That is a well-directed video game. Just a incredible dedication to a vision, you know, even in the changing of the original story. I also am glad to see Half-Life Alyx there. I mean, these are all strong picks for direction for sure. Best narrative. Ooh, I haven't played this. 13 Sentinels. I should look whatever this is up as a person who likes video game storytelling. Is it... Oh, it's Atlas? 2D side-scrolling adventure, huh? Interesting. I mean, it looks cool. I mean, that's the thing that I really like about the Game Awards, you know? It is ridiculous to suggest that there is a game of the year in any year that everyone should adhere to, right? And that's the thing that I think we all get really caught up on, is like arguing about what game of the year is. Because the title, there are, every outlet gives one. Every outlet has a game of the year, every person has a game of the year, and they're all different. There is no definitive video game of the year. It just doesn't work that way, because people like different things, and it's a massive credit to our medium that we have such different stuff. But a show like the Game Awards does a very good job of highlighting games that people may not have heard of before. And I wish we would see more variety for that reason in some of the nominees sometimes. It did that for Disco Elysium. I feel like Untitled Goose Game got a lot of shouts there. But whatever, this game is now on my radar, so that's cool. Best art direction. Well, it's there, finally. Best art direction, I would go... one of these two. Probably Ghost of Tsushima. I've spent more time in a photo mode in that game than any other game I've ever played. Best score and music. For outstanding music, inclusive of score, original song, and/or licensed soundtrack. A lot of the same games, huh? Really? A lot of the same games. I would go... Doom Eternal for that one. Best audio design. Resident Evil 3 is a good choice there. Last of Us Part 2 is a very good choice there. That would probably win it for me. Best performance. Ashley Johnson as Ellie, Laura Bailey as Abby, Jin Sakai, Hades. Oh, Miles Morales got a shot in there. That's cool. I'm surprised because not that many people played it, obviously, because of the release date. This one, I think Laura Bailey wins it. You know, absolutely one of the best actors of the entire medium. Best ongoing. I'm a fan of this category. I like that they started doing it more. See, that's tough. That's tough. No Man's Sky, before that game came out, I was like, I think it's gonna be bad. I think it's gonna be bad. I'm not sold. I don't buy it. It kind of was on launch. And then the next update came out and it blew my mind. And then every update after that, I now love No Man's Sky. And I've basically been converted based on the updates. I also think that Fortnite gets shit because it's so popular. I don't think Fortnite gets enough credit for what it does as a platform. The Travis Scott concert, the trailers, the collaborations and crossovers that have come as a result of Fortnite, it is incredible. Not that it hasn't won awards like this a million times before, but I feel like everyone memes on it so hard that sometimes we forget what Epic has done. And obviously the whole lawsuit thing muddies stuff too, but very cool. And definitely deserving of that nomination, even though people will make fun of it, but very subjective. I'd go Apex just because I love Apex. Best indie, of course, Hades is there, which is wild. Best VR/AR. Oh my gosh, Dreams. Full disclosure, I do work for Sony Interactive Entertainment right now, but Dreams is amazing, and I've been saying that since 2015. Go look on this channel, and you will find me talking about Dreams in 2015. Certainly long before I started working for Sony Interactive Entertainment. Innovation and accessibility. well, that's gonna be Last of Us Part 2, so. We figured that out, ladies and gentlemen. Last of Us Part 2, 60 plus accessibility options, more than any other video game ever made. But do want to give a massive shout out to Ubisoft for being nominated twice here. Oops. They've been doing such a good job at forwarding their accessibility efforts, and that is definitely worthy of recognition. Best action. I haven't played Neo 2. I know I should. I love that kind of game. Doom Eternal. This is such a wild category. So I've not played Miles Morales yet. I thought I might stream it this week. Oops. So good to see Jedi Fallen Order nominated here because like that should be in the sound design one. Audio design, I think they call it. Amazing sound design. For me, this one would be between these two. Stupid webcam. Let me make myself smaller. There we go. Much better. Jeez. Yeah, I'd be between Will of the Wisps and Jedi Fallen Order. Best role-playing. Well, that's the easiest one of all time. That's gonna be Persona 5 Royale, one of the best video games ever made. Okay, bye! Best family, huh? Ooh. All very good nominations here. I have played all of these except Mario Kart Live Home Circuit. Crash 4 is really good. Crash Bandicoot 4 is a really good time. That game is really fun. I have not finished it yet, but I'm pretty close. I'm probably like 3/4 of the way through. That game is genuinely really fun. Obviously, Animal Crossing, I don't know, I put like 400 hours in that stupid game. It's brilliant. I guess, what does this category mean? Just appropriate for family play. I think I would go with Minecraft Dungeons or Fall Guys. I think Fall Guys is probably going to win that one. Best multiplayer. See, it feels weird that Among Us is listed there because it didn't come out this year. Best multiplayer Animal Crossing, absolutely not, because the multiplayer in that game, while it brings wonderful good times, doesn't work very well. Kinda sucks, actually, as a system. No. Content creator of the year, oh my gosh, that's me! What? It's so weird. Why? I just don't know why they picked that picture. For the record, I'm speaking. I'm mid-speech here. This is a screenshot from the No Clip documentary that I worked on with Danny O'Dwyer, and I am mid-speech. So, look at this beautiful picture. Look how gorgeous she is. Stunning. Next to this stupid fucking idiot. I have known Valkyrie for ages. I know of Tim because of the Fall Guys stuff. I'm less familiar with Nickmercs, and I know a lot of what Jan does work-wise. I feel like I can't have a say on this category really at all because I don't know these people well enough, aside from myself, obviously. But I guess I have posted this all over social media, but it is a point worth noting. Done a lot of charity work this year, raised a lot of money. It might even be $1 million. I haven't tallied it all up across the different platforms. Like obviously, I think Tiltify is around 500,000, but I've used other platforms as well. The reason I was nominated for this is really because of everyone who's donated to everything that I've done. To the people who tuned into the accessibility awards that I put together. You know, this feels like a nomination as a result of my community being so incredibly giving and open to me repeatedly doing charity streams and asking for more money. I think on average we've done one a week, which is obviously a lot. And sometimes I feel bad about how often I ask, but it just feels like the right thing to do, especially this year trying to bring some positivity people's way. So, you know, while we're on this particular category, I'm not going to tell anyone to vote for me. I think my likelihood of winning this is so incredibly low, and also, you know, awards don't mean very much to me. It's not something I'm chasing, but the recognition is obviously awesome, but I mostly did just want to say thank you, like, to my community for helping me do a lot of good stuff this year. Don't think I should even be here, but I do also appreciate the judges who did nominate me this year for recognizing the like tremendous hard work I have put in, and that my community has joined me on for some very long, tiring streams, raising a lot of money for a lot of different reasons. So thank you to everyone who has joined me on those. Okay, moving on. That's enough of that boring nonsense. Best debut game. See? Phasmophobia. I genuinely think this game's underrated. In that, like, obviously it's very popular and streamers are playing it. I just think mechanically Phasmophobia is dope. But I have not played Roki. This is gorgeous. I did check out a little bit of Raji. and had major performance problems with that one, sadly. I have not played Mortal Shell, but based on that art, it looks like exactly the kind of thing that I want to play, and I love Karen. Alright, well, we ended up with a lot of esports, which is not my area of expertise, which is why I don't work in esports naturally. I actually did cover Dota for a while in Australia, and I have covered the Overwatch League a little bit in my professional career, but generally not much of a competitive gamer personally. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Just kind of like, I don't know if this is even interesting to anyone, just kind of, you know, wanted to read over this at some point and figured why not record it. Huge thanks to ExpressVPN for sponsoring this video. I will leave a link in the description below to where you can check out more about ExpressVPN. But otherwise, that is it for me today, everyone. I will see you guys next time. Bye!